World Basketball Day just exposed something the mainstream media doesn't want you to see. While the WNBA and the Players Union are locked in a war that could destroy everything, fans from Slovenia to Singapore are waking up at 3 o'clock in the morning to watch the Indiana Fever. I'm talking about people flying across oceans, customs agents recognizing jerseys, entire countries that can't even buy official merchandise because the league hasn't figured out international shipping. This isn't just growth. This is a once-in-a-generation explosion that's being completely mismanaged, and if you think I'm exaggerating, wait until you see what fans posted yesterday. Let me hit you with some context that'll blow your mind. December 21st, 1891. That's when Dr. James Naismith invented basketball, not as a game, but as a tool for Christian ministry. This man was a Canadian physical educator working for the YMCA, and he literally created this sport to win souls through the gymnasium. Muscular Christianity, they called it, the idea that you could build character and faith through athletic competition. Basketball spread globally because YMCA missionaries took it to China, to Europe, to Africa, using it for youth outreach and evangelism. The game you're watching right now? Born from a mission to change lives. Keep that in the back of your mind, because what's happening with the Indiana Fever right now is the closest thing we've seen to that original viral spread in over a century. Now, here's where it gets wild. Yesterday, the Indiana Fever posted a simple question on X, World Basketball Day. Where are you cheering from? They probably expected the usual responses. Indianapolis, maybe some fans from neighboring states. What they got instead was a masterclass in the Caitlin Clark effect. And before anyone jumps in the comments saying this isn't about one player, let me be crystal clear. Kelsey Mitchell has said it on record. Sue Bird admitted it on her own podcast. Even the haters can't deny it anymore. Caitlin Clark brought an unprecedented wave of fans to the WNBA, and the Indiana Fever became ground zero for a global phenomenon. The responses started rolling in, and they didn't stop. New York, Minneapolis, South Carolina. Pretty standard, right? Then it escalated. Milan, Italy. Someone flew from Italy to New York City just to watch the Fever play the Liberty. Let that sink in. A transatlantic flight for a regular season WNBA game. Then Slovenia, a fan saying they watch every Fever game live, never having watched a full Lakers or Dallas game in their life, but they're locked in on Indiana. From Slovenia, the time zone difference alone is brutal, but they're doing it every single game.
From Italy to New York City just to see the Fever play against the Liberty. That's big time.
Here's where the league should be embarrassed. Multiple fans from Europe and South America are begging for merchandise. They can't get it. International shipping costs are apparently astronomical, and availability is non-existent. You've got people in Greece saying they need Caitlin and Sophie Cunningham jerseys, but can't buy them anywhere. Fans in Chile, in Norway, in Rwanda, all facing the same problem. The demand is there, the money is ready to be spent, but the infrastructure is nowhere to be found. This is business incompetence at the highest level. You've got a gold mine of international interest and you can't even fulfill jersey orders. Let me paint you a picture of just how deep this goes. Singapore. A fan posted they're waking up for 3 a.m. games with no problem, and they want the Fever to bring the whole team for an exhibition game because the NBA headquarters is right there in Southeast Asia. Think about that strategic opportunity. You've got built-in NBA infrastructure in Singapore, a wealthy market hungry for basketball content, and fans literally begging for access. Meanwhile, Auckland, New Zealand. Someone brought Fever fandom across the Pacific to Papua New Guinea for Christmas. This isn't casual interest. This is cultural penetration. This is the kind of organic growth that marketing teams spend millions trying to manufacture, and it's happening naturally because of one generational talent and the team around her. The Connecticut Sun game story is absolutely savage. A fan posted that they went to a Fever versus Sun game in Connecticut, Sun's home court, and there were more Indiana jerseys in the stands than Connecticut jerseys in Connecticut. That's not just an away crowd showing up. That's a complete takeover. That's visiting fans outnumbering home fans in their own arena. If that doesn't tell you everything you need to know about the shift happening in women's basketball, nothing will. And it's not just international. Oahu, Hawaii. A fan said they have no professional sports teams to root for locally, so at least they've got Caitlin and the Fever. That's filling a void that's becoming someone's primary sports identity. Washington, Illinois. A mom wrote that Caitlin brought her to watch college basketball. She followed to the WNBA, and now she adores the entire Fever roster. That's the pipeline, college sensation to professional team loyalty. That's exactly what every sports league dreams of, and it's happening in real time for women's basketball.
I'm from and live in Oahu in Hawaii. No professional sports teams to our name, so at least I got me CC and the Fever. Wow. Check this out. Watching the Fever from Norway. Isn't that beautiful?
Let's talk about the diversity of this fan base, because it completely destroys the narrative that women's basketball only appeals to one demographic. You've got fans posting from Germany, France, the UK, Canada, Nigeria, South Africa, Argentina, Chile, different continents, different cultures, different time zones, all united by one team. The photos fans are posting show young kids in Fever gear, elderly fans holding up jerseys, families traveling together to away games, even a dog wearing a Caitlin Clark number 22 shirt. This is multi-generational, international, and rapidly growing. One fan in Chicago, deep in Sky territory, said friendships have been strained, but they're maintaining their high fever. That's the kind of sports passion that drives rivalries, merchandise sales, and long-term engagement. Another fan rolled through Canadian customs wearing a Caitlin shirt, and the customs agent was also a fan. That's cultural penetration. When border security recognizes your jersey, you've transcended sports, you've become a movement. Now, here's the reality check moment. Sue Bird herself said that in years to come, colleges will probably study this moment. Students will analyze how Caitlin Clark blew up the WNBA literally overnight. And she's right. This isn't normal growth. This isn't a steady climb. This is a volcanic eruption of interest that caught everyone off guard, including the league itself. The difference between figuratively and literally matters here, because we're not exaggerating. Attendance numbers, viewership ratings, merchandise sales, social media engagement, every single metric exploded in one season. That doesn't happen. Except it just did. And this is why the current WNBA situation is so frustrating. You have this once-in-a-lifetime momentum. Fans are watching from Rwanda, from Papua New Guinea, from countries where basketball isn't even a top 3 sport. They're setting alarms for 3 a.m. tip-offs. They're spending thousands of dollars on international flights. They're begging to give you money for jerseys and merchandise. And what's happening behind the scenes? A labor dispute that could derail everything. The WNBA and the Players' Union need to understand what's at stake here. This isn't just about salaries and revenue splits. This is about capitalizing on a moment that may never come again. Caitlin Clark has said repeatedly that this is the greatest moment for women's basketball, and she's not wrong. But the greatest moment means nothing if the infrastructure collapses. If the season gets delayed or canceled because of labor negotiations, those fans in Singapore might stop setting 3 a.m. alarms. Those fans in Italy might not book another transatlantic flight. That fan in Connecticut might go back to supporting their home team. Momentum is fragile. You can't pause it and expect it to resume at the same intensity. The league has a responsibility to every single person who posted their location yesterday, from West Des Moines, Iowa, to Athens, Greece, to get this figured out.